Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. For my first video, I'm gonna show you how I achieved my summer makeup look. I'm also gonna be uploading more videos on all things beauty, lifestyle, and just my day-to-day life. So if you're interested, make sure to subscribe. So I like to go in with the micellar cleansing water, the pink one. I have super dry skin and my skin is also very sensitive, so I have to be careful on what I put. So I just get a pad and just like to clean my face. For the summer especially, I think it's super important to make sure you are taking care of your skin if you have dry skin, because it gets the humidity. Like, I start to like get eczema around my eyes. It's really bad. Next, after I clean my face with the micellar water, I like to go in with this toner. It's called Exuviance. I've had it for a while, but it's a gentle alcohol-free toning, so that's really good. It's for sensitive skin, which is really important. And I just like to use this all over my face. I like to go in with my Ordinary hyaluronic acid. I need to get a new one, but I like to put 3 drops on my face. I feel so good once I have this on. It's really hydrating. I like to put it under my eyes. I like to take it down on my neck. That's a good makeup tip that I've always seen makeup artists say. When you're doing your skin prep or your skincare, it's so important to bring it down to your neck, and even your hands. If you have leftover, it's good, because your skin on your hands can also age really quickly if you're not taking care of it. Next, I like to go in with the First Aid Beauty hydrating eye cream with hyaluronic acid also, and this is also safe for sensitive skin. A little goes a long way with this product. I've had it since, I think, since December. Yeah, since December, and it is now July. So I have had it for a while. I like to take it under my eye, and I like to also put it on my eyelid. I feel like it's important to take care of the area all around your eye and make sure that it's all hydrated, because if I don't put eye cream like from here and all around over here, my skin, it just gets bad. So next, after I put the hyaluronic acid on and the eye cream, I like to go in with the Fresh Rose Hydrating Cream. It's a deep hydration face cream, strengthening damask rose and a duo of hyaluronic acids. It is formulated to deliver deep hydration, fresh iconic face cream, and it has rose extract, strengthening hydration protection ingredient from Rose Valley, Bulgaria. So that's really good. I have had this for about like 2-3 months. Once again, a little goes a long way. This face cream is really thick. I don't like to use too much. It's important to make sure you're taking care of your forehead, your neck. Any leftover, I like to apply it on my hand. After I apply my moisturizer, I like to go in with sunscreen. So for now, I'm going to use the Black Girl sunscreen. This has 30 SPF. It's really good. Really, really good. That's a hack that I've also seen makeup artists talk about on TikTok, to apply sunscreen after you put on your eye cream, your moisturizer, you cleaned your face, so it can layer on top of all of that and it protects your skin. Next, I go in with the One Size hydrating primer. It's called Secure the Glow. This is really good, like really, really good. I only use 1.5 pumps, and I feel like that's too much. With 1 pump, like, you can do your whole face. Oh my god, it's so good. Like, look how my skin looks like. Ignore that. But oh my god, it feels so good. So I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty brow pencil in this shade Soft Black. Yeah, this is Soft Black. And I'm going to brush my eyebrows up just to give it a little bit of shape. I don't do my eyebrows actually. I haven't done them in years. So I like to just fill in the gaps and make the end of my eyebrow a little bit longer. Yeah, I like to fill that area in a little bit. I'm gonna do the same for the other one. This is very gentle, like super, super gentle. If you do it too harsh, it's gonna, you can see the line. It's not gonna look like it's part of your eyebrow. It's good to take your time when you're doing your makeup. Once again, I'm also gonna extend this tail a little bit. I think this tail is longer than this tail. And after I finish, I like to brush them up once more. So I just finished filling in my eyebrows. I just like to make them look a little bit fuller. And now I like to go in with the Tarte Double Duty Beauty, the Shape Tape, and the shade 365. And I'm just gonna conceal my eyebrows. I'm gonna need a mirror for this because I cannot do it while looking at the camera. And really, like, make sure that the line is straight, that it's not crooked, or you don't get a little bit of concealer in your eyebrow. A hack that I've also seen is, like, make sure if you want it to be like even, you connect this line in the front and you just drag it over to the other line, and it should look like this. And like that, you know, like, you're concealing your eyebrows the same. I don't like to conceal the top of my eyebrows. I know a lot of girls like to do that, but I just feel like I already have like the definition and I don't need to do much. So I just like to conceal the bottom just to clean up the little hairs that I have on the end. And then I go in with this Real Technique brush. This is the Deluxe Crease brush, and I just like to fluff everything out. So I start with the middle, and then I'm not swirling, I'm gently patting the concealer in. I feel like, once again, when you're doing your makeup, you need to be really gentle on your skin and not be harsh. After I finish my eyebrows, I then go and do my base for my face. Today, I'm gonna go in with the NARS foundation. This is the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Syracuse. Yeah, I love this foundation so much. So I'm gonna go in with 5 pumps. And I'm going to use this Real Technique brush. And I'm gonna apply it on my face. Something I learned about my skin and how I like to apply makeup. I like to do my eyebrows first because when you wait to put on your foundation, I feel like it helps all the skincare that you do in the beginning, and it makes it stick on your skin. So when you're applying your foundation, it lasts longer. So I always do my eyebrows first because of that. So I know you guys think this might look a little yellow on me, but trust the process. So I like to use a brush to evenly distribute the foundation with a Real Technique Beauty Blender. And I'm just gonna pat in the foundation to make sure there's no lines or anything on my face, and to make it look smoother. So you do the brush first and then your beauty blender. And make sure you go into your hairline and on your ear, your jawline, so everything can look the same. I don't like to apply foundation under the bottom of my eyes because since I have dry and sensitive skin, I don't want it to look too cakey. So I leave that area blank. So I use these 2 concealers from MAC, and I like to use this as my contour. So I mix these 2 shades because I haven't found my perfect contour shade. So this is the closest that I've been. And I like to contour a little bit higher than most girls because I just feel like eventually the makeup goes down. So I like to start from here to here and here to there. So I go in with the NARS concealer, and I'm just gonna let it sit as I blend out the contour. This is the shade Medium 1.75. It's called Tiramisu. Always remember to go in with a shade that's twice as lighter as yours. And the same thing for your contour. Go for something that's twice as darker than your skin. And I like to conceal, and I like to bring it down all the way to the end of my nose, not all the way down there. And I also like to conceal my chin and my forehead and my nose. So as I let the concealer sit, I'm going to blend out my contour. And I'm going to use this brush. This is from BoxyCharm. When you're blending out your contour, you really want to take your time. Like, don't rush this. And also, especially when you're blending out your forehead, you want to bring it up. So when you are blending it out, bring it up to like upward motions. And bring it down keep blending it up. And then with whatever is left, I like to use it on my jawline. So now, as I finish blending in my contour, I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques. This is their, it's like an eyeshadow brush, but it's a flat brush. And I like to use this to blend out my concealer. So I like to use a brush to blend it out, only because I feel like I have more control on how precise I want my line to look. I will go in with a beauty blender after this. It's the same step as the foundation. Use a brush first and then the beauty blender. I feel like with a brush you have more control on placement and you can drag it out on how you want it. And for the beauty blender, it just smooths everything out. Of course, if I'm in a rush, I will use a beauty blender for all my steps except for the concealer. Not for the concealer, for the contour. So as you can see, and it's important to also look up so you can make sure you're really getting under your eye. Now that I've had my lines, my precise lines, I'm gonna go in with the same beauty blender and I'm gonna use the top and I'm just going to blend it out. Once again, take your time, do not rush. You wanna make sure everything looks smooth and clean. The concealer and the contour should look like it's blended in together. And then once again, always look up when you're blending right under your eye. You don't want any harsh lines to stay there. And also for the next step, you're gonna want to make sure that you blend it correctly under your eyes. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of concealer, only because I want it a little bit lighter. Not too much, just I'm gonna reapply it a little bit. But you just want to make sure that you have enough concealer to cover your spots. Something that I haven't done, which I should do, is start color correcting. I've never done that. I need to look more into to know what color correcting shade I need to use. So I think for my next video I should do that. I should get into color correcting. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia translucent powder. So as soon as you finish blending out your concealer, you're gonna go in with a powder puff. This one is dirty, but I got this off Amazon. And you're gonna get your powder puff and you're gonna dip into your translucent powder, and once it looks like this, you're gonna use the back of your hand and you're gonna just even it out. Always do that before you apply your translucent powder. You're gonna go in, you're gonna start at that angle. So you're gonna start from your kind of like a angle of 90 degrees, and you're gonna just pat it, and you're gonna look up, and you're just gonna keep on patting it. You're gonna pat it all the way to your hairline, and you're gonna pat it into this line right here on your nose bridge, because that's where we tend to crease more in the summer. Once again, I'm gonna go in with the powder. Once it looks like this, I'm gonna use the back of my hand and I'm gonna even it out. I'm gonna do the same step for the left side of my nose. I'm gonna angle it. And then I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna drag it out all the way to the end of my hairline. And we're gonna go in and blend it into our nose line. And then I'm gonna keep repeating the process and apply it everywhere where I have concealed. This is from the Wander brand. I've had this for a while. It has a bronzer and a blush, and I'm gonna bronze up my face as I let my translucent powder sit on my face. And very lightly, I'm gonna go like this. And I'm gonna reapply it everywhere that I've contoured. As you can see, my face looks more warmer. Remember to drag it down. You want your forehead, your cheekbones, and your jawline to seem like it's all connected. In the same process, you just want to make sure that whatever you have left over on your bronzing brush, you're going to use it for your jawline. And you're going to make sure you blend out the bronzer really, really good. In the summertime, I like to use more bronzer. I like the look of looking more darker, more tanner. As I finish blending out the bronzer, I'm now gonna go in with the brush and I'm gonna dust off the translucent powder. So I like using a very fluffy brush. I got this from Ulta. I forgot the brand. Oh, I think it's Eco Beauty. I love Eco Beauty. So I'm gonna go in and just dust this translucent powder off very lightly. Very, very lightly. Like, look at the difference. You want to do it very lightly. Always make sure to look up under your eyes. You don't want anything harsh there. I'm gonna go in with the powder puff that had translucent powder, and I'm just gonna slightly drag it down here and here under my contour, and I'm gonna press around my mouth. So I'm gonna go in with the Patrick Ta She's Vibrant blush, and I'm gonna use the cream and the powder. For the cream, I'm gonna use this really dense Real Techniques brush, and I'm just gonna apply it all the way up there. This is very pigmented, so I do not use a lot. I'm gonna go on the same with the other side. I like to drag it all the way up to my hairline. For the summer, I love to use colors like this that are very pinkish, like with a pink and red undertone. I love it. And if it looks a little too harsh, a little too much, I like to use the beauty blender that I've been using, and on the side of it, I just like to blend it all together. And as you can see, it looks so nice. I like blending my blush in a like upwards diagonal, and whatever's left, I just put it on my nose. After I apply the cream, I like to go in with the powder. I'm gonna use this Real Techniques brush, and I'm gonna do 1, 2, and I'm gonna apply it the same way in an upwards motion. And it's so pretty. After that, I'm gonna brush off this translucent powder that I had under my bronzer, just to define the lines more. So now I'm gonna go in with the loose finishing powder. This is from Maybelline in the shade Medium Deep, color 30. And I'm just gonna apply it lightly all over my face with this Eco Beauty brush. This was the same brush that I used to wipe off the translucent powder. And you only need a little bit for the loose finishing powder. And I do like to put this everywhere, even under my eyes. You're gonna lightly dab it into your skin. Very lightly. As we are approaching our last couple of steps, I am now going to apply my setting spray. So I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter. I know it's still daytime, but it's summer and I'm gonna be outside for a really long time, so I wanted to stay. And I'm also gonna use the Until Dawn One Size spray. So first I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay spray. I'm gonna let it soak in for a moment before I apply the One Size. I'm gonna go in with the One Size spray. After applying my setting spray, I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Double Take. So I'm gonna use the liner and I'm gonna do a very, very small wing. And I'm just gonna do it right at the end. I'm using this mirror because I cannot do it by looking at the camera. So I'm gonna close my eyes. So now I'm gonna go in with this MAC palette, and where I did the liner, I'm gonna use this shade right here, and I'm just gonna like smooth it out, blend it out. So I'm just going to I'm gonna do the same on the other side. I'm going back with the same bronzer, and on my eyelid I'm just gonna add a little bit of bronzer. I don't really like to do a lot of eyeshadow makeup in the summertime, in the daytime. And I'm just gonna slightly contour my nose also. Just to give it some dimension. I love getting my lashes from Amazon. I used to get my lashes done, but I said I was gonna take a break 2 years ago for like a month or two, and that month has dragged on for 2 years. So I'm gonna use this Kiss clear adhesive, and I like to apply the adhesive on my eyelid and on the lash. So I'll apply it on the lash first, and I like to coat it evenly, and then I go on my eyelid and do a slight coat. I think it just makes it stick better. I like to use this lash tweezer, and I like to blow into my lash. I want it to get a little tacky. These are already pre-cut. I already cut them and I just put them in here because I saved them. But I always like to cut the end of my lash. So once I apply my lash, I like to close the tweezer, not the tweezer, the lash grabber, and I like to press it in onto the eye, to my eyelash lid, just so it could like blend in. And I'm gonna do the same step for my right eye. That's it, your lashes are applied. I'm gonna go in now with the Max Stack mascara. I'm just gonna apply some mascara to the bottom of my lashes. I just like how long it makes it look, and I'm using a I'm slightly coating them on top just to blend it in with the lash. Now for the last step, we're just gonna do our lips and we are done. So this is a Wet n Wild. It's a multi-stick. You can use it for eyeshadow, you can use it for lip liner. I like to use it for lip liner. So I'm just gonna line my lip. Like if you line it and then you mess up, you can just use concealer to clean it up. Next, I'm gonna go in with Dose of Colors. This is the shade Nude Mood. I'm just gonna apply it in the middle. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. For our last step, we're gonna apply some clear gloss. It's from Maybelline. And this is the final look. I love it. This is my summer makeup whenever I'm going out. As you can see, the skin looks good. And this is my summer makeup. Thank you for watching.